Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started. Jey Uso claimed his first singles championship on last week's episode of Monday Night Raw as the YEET Master defeated Braun Breaker for the Intercontinental title. The former member of the Bloodline left SmackDown after he turned his back on Roman Reigns last summer. However, the biggest question is whether he will reunite with Reigns or remain on the Red brand. This week's WrestleVotes Radio on Backstage spoke in detail about Jey's future. When asked about the Usos' reunion, WrestleVotes claimed the company is loving the singles run of the YEET Master, and it does not seem like the promotion will reunite Jimmy Uso with his brother anytime soon as a tag team. I can't see them, WWE, right away going back to the Usos as a team. I could see once Jimmy Uso was ready for TV to come and join his brother, Jey Uso, potentially, but does that mean they are a tag team once again? They are going for tag team gold? I wouldn't say right off the jump, no, WrestleVotes said. The Stamford-based company appears to have no immediate plans to reunite Jey Uso with Bloodline. Mostly because Main Event Jey is a massive babyface star, reuniting him with the Roman-led Bloodline might annihilate his singles momentum. However, keeping Jey as a solo star will let him have more television time, which he might lose by being part of the faction. Additionally, to participate in the Bloodline saga, the YEET Master would have to leave Monday nights and join the Blue brand, which could affect Raw's ratings negatively, as Jey has established himself as a top babyface. Does Jey Uso consider Roman Reigns his tribal chief? Although Jey Uso has stayed out of the Bloodline saga since joining Raw last year, he never backs up from expressing his views on the current storyline. Surprisingly, despite how things ended last summer, Jey still honors Roman Reigns above all. In a conversation with the Gorilla Position podcast post-WrestleMania XL, Main Event Jey was asked to pick his tribal chief between The Rock, Roman Reigns, and Solo Sikoa. The YEET Master answered that Roman Reigns would always be his tribal chief, as he brought them to the Promised Land. However, he also noted he is glad he is no longer involved in the saga. Jey Uso's relationship with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline has been a saga full of twists and turns, with family loyalty being both a strong bond and a heavy burden. However, in recent months, it seems increasingly likely that Jey Uso will not reunite with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline, despite any attempts made by Reigns or Paul Heyman. The reasons for this are multifaceted, combining personal motivations, past trauma, and ongoing storylines. Let's explore the insider perspective and why Jey's return to the Bloodline is highly improbable. A journey of independence. Jey Uso's journey began when he was reluctantly pulled into the Bloodline by Roman Reigns. What started as a family dispute soon became a power struggle, with Roman's dominating presence overshadowing Jey's individuality. Jey, who once stood side by side with his twin brother Jimmy, found himself in a moral dilemma: follow Roman and gain power, or resist and lose his place in the family hierarchy. Over time, Jey became Roman's right-hand man, a position that brought him closer to the spotlight but also trapped him under Roman's control. From the outside, it looked like Jey had everything: a powerful ally, championship victories, and the prestige of representing his family's legacy. But deep down, Jey's journey was one of internal conflict. The whispers within WWE circles suggest that this storyline mirrored real-life frustrations. Jey had always been a star alongside his brother, but Roman's rise put him in a different shadow, one that didn't allow for his personal growth or autonomy. As WWE insider reports have hinted, this dynamic has played a major role in shaping the current direction. Jey's recent actions, such as choosing to walk away from the Bloodline entirely, signify his growing need for independence. This is not just a storyline decision, it reflects Jey's personal desire to step out of Roman's overwhelming influence and define his career on his terms. The betrayal factor. One of the most significant reasons why Jey is unlikely to reunite with Roman Reigns is the deep sense of betrayal that has occurred over the course of their storyline. It's not just a typical family feud in wrestling, it's layered with emotional and psychological manipulation. Roman Reigns didn't just seek Jey's loyalty, he demanded it. In multiple high-profile matches, Roman physically and emotionally broke Jey down, often forcing him to acknowledge Roman's dominance. From the I Quit match to countless tag team encounters, Roman has used Jey as a pawn to solidify his place as WWE's top heel. These matches weren't just victories for Roman, they were public humiliations for Jey, who had to repeatedly swallow his pride for the sake of family loyalty. Insiders revealed that these moments have resonated with Jey on a deeper level. While Jey has always been a team player, the ongoing torment has planted seeds of resentment. Sources close to WWE Creative indicate that Jey's refusal to rejoin Roman is not just a plot point but a reflection of a long-building emotional climax. This storyline is about breaking free from years of toxic control and redefining what family means to Jey. After all the betrayals, reuniting with Roman would be counterproductive to Jey's growth as a character and as a performer. Jey Uso's role, another insider detail that sheds light on the likelihood of Jey not reuniting with the Bloodline, is his strained relationship with his twin brother, Jimmy. In recent months, Jimmy has taken an unexpected turn, realigning himself with Roman after seemingly being the first to walk away. This sudden shift has left fans, and Jey, confused and betrayed. The Usos have always been a package deal, a team whose bond seemed unbreakable. However, Jimmy's decision to betray Jey and side with Roman adds another layer of personal betrayal. In many ways, this has pushed Jey even further away from the Bloodline. Insiders within WWE suggest that Jimmy's betrayal isn't just a temporary twist, but part of a larger narrative arc that could lead to a long-term split between the brothers. This emotional rift makes it even more unlikely that Jey would willingly return to the Bloodline. The twin bond was always seen as sacred, and with that bond shattered, Jey has even less reason to trust Roman or Jimmy. The likelihood of reconciliation diminishes when you factor in that Jey, feeling betrayed by both his brother and his cousin, sees no reason to return to the toxic environment that the Bloodline represents. A new chapter for Jey Uso. WWE insiders also indicate that Jey's character is poised for a major solo run, potentially leading to championship opportunities outside of the Bloodline storyline. After spending so much time in the shadows of both Roman and Jimmy, Jey has the potential to break out as a top babyface on his own. His popularity with fans has skyrocketed since his departure from the Bloodline, with many praising his resilience and loyalty to his moral compass. Jey's struggle has become symbolic of someone trying to free themselves from toxic influences, and fans are fully behind his journey. WWE Creative reportedly sees this as an opportunity to push Jey into the main event scene, potentially as a challenger for major titles. Moreover, there's a strong sense that WWE is building toward a final confrontation between Jey and Roman. This storyline has been simmering for months, and reuniting Jey with Roman prematurely would undo all the emotional groundwork laid for such a climax. A reunion would weaken Jey's momentum as a solo star and reduce the impact of a final showdown, which many insiders believe will happen at a major pay-per-view like WrestleMania. The Bloodline is crumbling. Lastly, from an insider perspective, it's clear that the Bloodline is crumbling. What started as an unstoppable faction has slowly unraveled, with key members leaving or questioning their allegiance. Jey's departure was the first major crack, and with Solo Sikoa's loyalty also being tested, the Bloodline is no longer the dominant force it once was. Jey's return to a sinking ship makes little sense from both a character and storyline standpoint. The Bloodline's power has diminished, and Roman's control over the family is slipping. Reuniting with Roman would only tie Jey to a collapsing dynasty, one that is no longer worth the emotional toll it has taken on him. In conclusion, Jey Uso is highly unlikely to reunite with Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. The betrayal, personal growth, and potential for a solo career make it clear that Jey's future lies beyond the toxic grip of Roman and his faction. The story of Jey Uso is about breaking free, and a return would only undermine the emotional and narrative depth that WWE has carefully built over the years. Fans and insiders alike agree, Jey Uso is ready for his next chapter, and it won't involve the Bloodline.